All right, and welcome back to another interesting installment of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, we're going to take a look at how I made these graphics. So let's go. And if you like what you see here, please consider liking and subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. Or the Dragons of Doom will get you. Right. Okay. So basically, what I have done is I went ahead and there's a real cool website called openclipart.org. And as it loads here, we can see I have a piranha. Yeah. So you can go through here and all these clip arts are Creative Commons licensed and can be used in projects. So all you have to do is type in fish, let's say, and there's a whole grouping of fish, or dragons. There you go. And you could use these. You could use these different clip arts in your projects. That's actually quite cool. I like that. I am going to save that. Yeah, save the new pick. Yep. Cool. So what I have done is you can see there's the dragon. Very nice. That is cool. So I have downloaded a whole bunch of things to be used in different type of posters and pictures around my builds. Thus, the mods of paintings, pictures, and animations, and the billboards mod. So here I took one in to make it square because the one mod requires it to be square or it squishes it. And there's just a funny cartoon dragon. And there's another poster I was working on. This one's going to cause a whole bunch of controversy, but controversy means views on YouTube. So I just did this in GIMP and it worked out really cool. Trying to get my GIMP skills back up to what they once were. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. But I have a whole bunch of different penguins and different graphics that I've downloaded. This angry dragon is really cool. And I'll show you that in a second, how I use that. There's some charts. And you can, anything, like I said, this game is for imagination. So you can use anything in your worlds and in these mods. So now the billboard mod, and this, I'm going to do a better review on it, but Nathan also did a review on it on Minetest videos. And this mod adds a sign like billboards with different sizes, craft recipes, everything. And how you do this. This is why it's very important to read the README files on the mods you download, because they tell you how to install it or what to do with it. For this mod, for it to work, you need to add an image other than using the stock images. You could save your image in the textures folder up there. And you have to create a node entry in nodes.lua. Now this gets a little bit, if you've never done programming. So there's the init Lua, which is the main programming for the mod, and the nodes Lua. And so all you have to do is, like I had added this dragon to billboard, which I'll show in a second. And it tells you right in the beginning of the mod. I'm using Atom, but there's Text Wrangler for Mac. There's Text Edit. Any text editor that you would use if you're on Windows, Notepad++. Linux, you can use gedit or Kate or any number of text editors will work with Lua files. Yeah. So it requires you to have a couple parameters to set. So you can copy, and the comma is, if it's the end one, there's no comma, but you copy that and you paste it. and then you change it to what you want. Now, the thing I like about the billboards mod is that you can scale different pictures to different scales, whereas on the paintings mod, you set the scale ratio, or the maximum scale, which I have mine set to 2, and it came out to 3. So this is all real interesting. You put a title in, and I just mimicked exactly what they put in. They have the name and then the billboard. So I put, poster, billboard, and the items to craft it: paper, green, blue. Scale is set to 1. The file name is poster, and the image type is PNG. So here's my dragon2 or drag2.png, and there it is, drag2, and the file type is PNG. So that's how that works. Very nice. Now let's go and play. And this might crash, but this is on my private world. There we go. Now it's daytime. Whoop. So what we have here, and I did some really cool things with creating some posters. This is one of my favorite graphics, that piranha. Put in a nice little border around it, creates a nice little poster. Maybe a little too big. That's to your personal preference. Here's the graffiti. So I took this dragon and I modified it a little bit, removed the blue from it. Looks like graffiti. There's the dragon. Added some texture to it to make it look, because it's sitting on a clay wall and it's not going to be smooth. So there you go. And there's that dragon too. Very, very cool. And now this is from the paintings mod. So I'm going to go over and add this, because I also put it in. Go over one more. Yay. There we go. And here it is in the billboards mod. So you can see I set, wow, nice voice. So I set the scale differently. So the scale in the one mod is set to 2, and the scale in the billboards mod is set to 1. So you can see the difference in sizes, and you may like that. And the whole point of these, there it is again. There's my Linux rules. There's a schematic I made, and actually that's kind of a roadmap for software. So that's there. There's another one there. These are from different. This one is from the Billboard, or the Grimaldi paintings mod, and this one's from the Billboard. So it works. And now the one thing I like about the paintings mod is that you can cycle through the pictures, so it takes up less inventory. There's a new one I used, the Porsche. I created some posters just by taking some screenshots and adding them in, moving them around to different different things. So it works out really cool. So now we're going to take, that's not the one I was looking for. I think I put it in billboards. Not what I want. Oh, my controversial one. It didn't load. Why did it not load? Huh. What did I call it? Poster. Aw, it just ruined my whole flow. That it did. So, one of the things is I've been looking over my channel and the demographics, and it showed that 13 to 17 10-year-old demographic on this. I don't kind of understand why that is like that. I know the channel is more diverse than that. So I think there's a problem. YouTube is having a problem again, as usual. But nevertheless, I'm trying to do 5 different things at once. Poster funny. Oh, that's because I didn't add it. So poster funny. So we have Dragon Billboard. I am going to copy this. Put a comma there since it's my second to last one. And this is poster funny. Paper green, yellow. Just change that. It doesn't matter. Now, one, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make that 2 or 1.5. Let's see how that works. Of course. And this one is, the name of it is Poster Funny, and it's a PNG. Very cool. We're going to save that. Go back in here. And the reason I like having different versions of Minetest is this is actually the dev version, the 0.5.0 dev build. Yeah. So just to test out different mods and how everything is working. My server still runs the 0.4.16, which is very cool. Let's go back in here. Type in Billboard. Poster funny. Look at that. This is going to create, ready for it? This is going to create all sorts of controversy. Because if you walk up, it's made on a Mac. Shh. We won't tell anybody. Which brings up another thing. It doesn't matter what you create Minetest on, whether it's Windows, Mac, or Linux, it all plays the same. I am in the process of putting together a new Linux rig because my 10-year-old MSI Linux computer is it's on its way out. It's on its last leg. And I'm actually going to go with an AMD APU, which has an integrated Vega AMD graphics. So it's going to be really cool when I finally get that done. Real quick update. So those are the billboards and the billboard mod and the pictures, paintings, pictures, and animation updates, and how I just had fun playing with GIMP. Oh, right. Okay. It's a dev build. It's a dev build. So we're going to try to get through this real quickly. It's going to be a really cool machine for under $500. So it's going to take me a while to get to that. But my first love is I've been using Linux for a very, very long time, and I'm a huge fan, very huge fan of Solus. And lately, KDE, the Neon builds. Really cool. So those are those mods. Going back over to the mom and pop furniture update. The developer let me know that, they finished with the upgrade that they were doing, the revamp. It looks really cool. However, and I have to reach out to the developer because I don't want to give up the old one. And on their GitHub page, the old mod is removed and the revamp mod is added. But I'm running the mom and pop furniture, which is renamed to furniture _mod. And I'm running the new revamp version. This is really cool. So these are the new counters and sink and taps. I really like, I love that. And we're going to pause for a second because I'm going to go to my real world here. I'll be right back. Okay, and now we're back. It took what seemed like forever. We're on my server world, and getting back to the look at that. Isn't that cool? That's what you can create with the graphics. And which brings me back to the 13 to 17-year-old group. That is the latest on my channel. This is a perfect opportunity of getting into some sort of programming, whether it's hobbyist, whether it's just learning how to do programming. So real quickly, I'm going to show you some of the stuff in the new Mom and Pop update. That's cool. That's from Mom and Pop. But let's go out back here. Oh, it would help if I walked through the door correctly. The whole thing about this game is making the worlds, making everything your own. And I like creating scenes, and I like making things different than everybody else. So yeah. But this is, like I said, it's a perfect opportunity to learn how to mod, to customize things, to make everything your own. Those lights, I changed out the Digtron lights for the Mom and Pop furniture lights. And one of the things is, like I said, I am running both mods at the same time. So if I go into here, we have all the new counters and everything else, which is cool. And the refrigerator, which is also, there are things in this mod that I need. I do not want to do without. So, like, I absolutely love those footstools, and the new counters are really, really cool. Some of the other things, the shower, and let's get rid of some of this other stuff here. There's a smoke detector. The new oven looks really sharp. Put that in here. So the refrigerator, this is a great idea. So you have the refrigerator bottom, and then you put on the refrigerator top. Now it doesn't open like the other refrigerators that you would find in home decor or other mods. So I'm going to put one next to that one, so you could see the difference. And then when you right click on it, you could actually store stuff in that one. But the Mom and Pop furniture one, that is a really cool alternative, and that's what a lot of this stuff is about, is creating different alternatives to what you want to do. So if I have a counter, let's say, and I'm want to create like a mini bar, or in the UK and some other countries, they don't have full-size refrigerators. There you go. And then just by adding my top, what I usually do, if you use a solid one, there you go. You have an under counter refrigerator, and it looks really good. So that's how that works. And I really like that the separate like that. Another thing you know what? I'm just going to go in the house and show you the next one. We're going to make this video really short. I always say that, and then I always go over. So these are the Digtron lights, and these are the new lights. That looks cool. I can find a whole lot of uses for that. The one thing that I'm worried about is that if they're no longer supporting the old mod, there are things in that mod. I went the wrong way, but there's that footstool. That looks absolutely cool. There's some things in that mod where if you take that mod out, if I took it out, it's going to create a whole bunch of unknown objects, because these are all from the old mod. And I really do like that difference in there. The new counters look really good. So come over here, and here's a good way of decorating a kid's room. We have posters up. We got the dragon behind the bed, and every kid growing up needs a Porsche or a Ferrari poster. There you go. So that just really made it cool. You know, that wall art. They have that wall art with the football teams and the baseball teams and all that other cool stuff. But that's that part. Oh, I should have went back in. One of the cool things about that mod is this is the home decor shower, and it works. That's cool. So let's take that out and let's check out. There's the one from Mom and Pop Furniture. That is cool looking. I like that. Of course, I'd have to create something a little bit different for that one. But there's a load of different, oh, there it is. There's a load of different uses, and I like having alternatives. And there you go. I'm wondering if I should put that here. That's a little off. Yep, that's a little off. So it's a very good looking shower head and shower base. It doesn't work as in terms of the water coming out, but it's an alternative, and I like having alternatives. And this more or less reminds me of a European version compared to the other version. There you go. So there's many different versions. You could use that as like an outdoor shower head. Again, your imagination is what's going to set your builds apart from everybody else's. So yes, another thing I like about, I absolutely love the BBQ Grill, but as for, I wanted to show that off. I have to go back to there. There's also a real cool looking grill in there. So if you want a different style, you can have different styles, and when you right click on it, it lights up. And it's all about having alternatives. So I'm going to go back over to changes when I'm sure that the mod is completely finished. There's the new stove, which looks really cool. So there's a lot of cool upgrades and a lot of different, oh, I know where I can use that at. A lot of different additions to that. Let's go out this way. But that's what it's all about. Those lights look really, really sharp. The Digtron lights look good too, but they have a yellow tint to them, where these have a white tint. And it's all, like I said, it's all about making the worlds and making your builds your own, customizing it. And even though too much change, oh, I want to go over here. Too much change, let's see, that's even with that. How do I want to do that? I want to add this refrigerator out here, because why not? Yeah. I'm gonna have to work on that. Somebody told on me and said that they were gonna tell that I put a donut in my wood pile. So yeah, so that's it. I know I'm in between. I'm in between what I want to do in terms of the next build. I have a couple ideas of different things houses I want to do. I want to do a traditional style house, and I want to do a couple more modern style homes in this area and go from there. So that's going to do it for this episode. It's just a real quick update and what you can accomplish with it. But I highly advise anybody that didn't like that. That's because I did it off. There's a lot of different things that you can do in customizations, as shown with the posters and the paintings, and how you can really bring out details and individuality in your mods and learn how to mod, because that's cool. These are shots taken from my Minetest world and different car posters, different frames. So you could really, I love that. So, you know, different posters, different frames, different things that you can utilize these for, and go from there. So, and my graffiti, I have a couple underpasses that I used the graffiti on, and it turned out really cool. So there you have it. And that's my castle. So there you have it. That's going to do it for this episode. This is just an inspiration type episode and an update on what's going on. And yeah, so get involved. Go to minetest.net and you can get involved in the forums. You can see the latest videos from myself and other content creators on this subject, and get involved with learning how to program. One of the best things, even if you're not going to program and you're just going to be a hobby programmer like myself, is it really does teach you how to tackle different problems in a different sort of way. So it's fun to learn, and learning GIMP and Blender and all the other programs that you can use to create your own world exactly the way you want it, or play just the way, you know, using the mods as is. So thank you for watching, and yeah, until the next video, goodbye.